Hello, Mr. Wolf, and welcome to my senior project reflective presentation. I'm just going to talk about my product for a second, which was my website that I created on post-traumatic stress disorder, raising awareness on the fact that it's not just military, it's also civilian, and that they have very equal effects. Secondly, I'm going to talk about what I learned from my research, which is that it affects a lot more people than you may think, and about 8% of people in their lifetime will get it. About 12% of veterans will get it, and almost a third of veterans will attempt to commit suicide from that. Next is what I learned from my product, and creating my product being helped by the doctor and the sergeant. It really helped me practice talking to people without offending them. And I learned really more about, how to approach people in a more sensitive way without disturbing them. Thirdly, what I learned about myself, I really think I've matured throughout this project because I understand more about people's thought processes and how, the way one might go through thinking about something, and that helps me hold a more sensitive conversation, and I think I just matured overall. How I could have improved this project, certainly I could have gone in much further depth about the therapeutic options to post-traumatic stress disorder, and if there was any difference in therapy between civilian and military. Next, the analysis of my work. I think that my essay was all right. I think my essay was relatively strong. I think my product could have been a bit deeper, a bit better. My portfolio wasn't too happy, but it wasn't the saddest either. I think overall my work was decent. My presentation was extremely nerve-wracking. Even though walking in I felt prepared, I felt like I could have talked about the therapeutic options more. And just explained myself better and been a bit more organized with my aids. Next, high school. The best part of high school has to have been getting my driver's license and driving around with my friends. And the best part of ELA was just that there's so much freedom, and you just make a close-knit friend group because there aren't too many of us. A way that I could have made high school better would certainly have been to stay away from the issue that had gotten me in trouble last year. If I hadn't done that, I may have had a perfect high school experience. Otherwise, it was actually a really good experience. Skills and lessons that I learned in high school. I learned a lot in high school about a lot of different things. I learned how to maintain. I learned how to make priorities. I learned just how to balance a lot of things, including a checkbook. I really feel like I just matured a lot from high school in general, and how to complete a good life lesson. All right, Mr. Wolf, thank you for attending my reflective presentation. Thank you for being my teacher for the past 2 years, and enjoy your retirement. You certainly deserve it.
Created using Powtoon.